I like how the microphone's always on your side now because I'm so much louder than you. Hi guys, I'm Stevie and this is my wife Josie, and we've been telling our relationship story. Is this part 7?
No, this is part 3.
Oh. Anyway, if you aren't here for the first 7 parts, then you can watch this quick synopsis.
Picture the scene. We're at the Excel Center.
We met at a YouTube convention.
How cliche. It went from like flirting to like, oh, like we like each other. Like just through those texts somehow. It was very weird. Like,
yeah, having to leave, it's crazy what like having to leave each other will do. You guys back yet? Anyway, so where we left off last time, where were we? Anyway, so where we left off was you stood me up for Charlie XCX, right?
Yeah, you had just got a flight to London where I was living, and you thought I was going to spend the first night with you.
I didn't think that you would spend the first night with me. I thought she likes me, so of course she will. Like, there's no world in which she won't come and see me in my hotel room when I arrive.
But I had more important things to do at the time.
Right.
Which was see Charlie XCX.
I feel like the whole beginning of our relationship is just you constantly doing normal things that I'm taking as like...
No's.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it normal to deny going on a date with someone to Paris because you have work? Is that normal?
You could have been a serial killer for all I knew.
I mean, I think you guys should answer that question. Is it normal to meet someone, you're attracted to them, you're into them, and then they ask you to go to Paris on a first date and you say no because you have work? Like, is that normal? Is that like...
I'd probably say yes now. Maybe. I did want to see you, but I had already prepared this evening with my friends, you know, and I couldn't let them down.
I know, I'm kidding, it's fine. Also, I didn't expect her to skip the concert, but I did think that she was gonna come over after the concert, you know? But like, I don't go to concerts, so how am I supposed to know how exhausting that is, you know?
Yeah, also you literally moved hotels because I said that your hotel was too far
because
away.
Gatwick Airport is apparently really far away, which I didn't know. I thought it was like, it's in London, so how far away could it be? So I just got like a hotel near Gatwick, and then she was like, that's really far away, I have no idea about how I'm gonna get to you, and I was like, what? So then I moved to like, where did I move to? Soho or something? Anyway, thank goodness that Elle, Mills, and Sammy were there so that I could hang out with them that night and talk shit on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, she made up for it because the next day she showed up to my hotel wearing a headband that had these little springs on the top and there were pumpkins.
It was Halloween.
It was adorable.
I remember like being in the taxi on the way to your hotel. They were just like bouncing around like over every bump like this. And I remember like feeling dead confident about them. And then as soon as I got out of the Uber and started walking into the hotel lobby, I was overcome with regret. Like I was like, what have I done? This is so embarrassing. I'm such a loser. Oh my God, should I take them off?
Did I immediately like point them out, or did I just?
No, I think I had to point them out. You were just like acting all cool, you know. You're just like.
I was acting
hey.
cool.
Yeah, you're like, hey, what's up? You know what? You were really cool. Just like,
I'm not cool anymore.
No, not to me. Like before, you were like very like, oh, like with sunglasses, and you're like LA nurse.
Come on, it's LA.
Okay, how about now?
You did get instantly cooler just now.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start wearing glasses more so that my wife thinks I'm cool. Yeah, man, like who cares?
Yeah, you got to be like flirty as well.
Oh, yeah, man, who cares?
Oh my God.
She arrives wearing the cutest little pumpkin bobbleheads on her head, and I was like, she's adorable. And then she was like, so my sister's in town with her girlfriend, and I've never met her girlfriend. Do you want to come with me to meet up with them? And I was like, I'm already meeting the family on the first date.
And okay. I didn't even think of it like that. I was just like, well, obviously my sister's in town, so why would I not go and see her?
Yeah, so we went to this place called the Serial Killer Cafe, which only serves cereal. Look at this bitch. Basically, though, we weren't even a couple yet. Like, we hadn't even kissed at this point, but we decided to dress up as a couple.
Yeah, we had a couple's costume planned
Yeah.
for the Halloween party.
And I had done all this research about, like, because she wanted to be Hunter Schafer. So all these, not Hunter Schafer, he wanted to be Jules.
Yes.
And I looked up, like, all the makeup that she wore on Halloween and all of that.
Yeah, you literally spent, like, hundreds of pounds.
No, I didn't.
You told me that you, like, spent loads of money on the makeup.
I had to get, like, a whole suit, like a freaking cummerbund.
So we spent the day in Camden.
Yes.
And then we went back to your hotel. It was like a tiny little room as well. Do you remember how small it was?
Yeah, because I had to pay for 2 hotels at this point. So I couldn't get a big one. I had to get a tiny one. I mean, it's also London, so.
It was a beautiful hotel though.
It was really cute, yeah.
We went and got ready together. And like, I had my little suitcase because I was staying the night with you at the hotel.
Really? Did I ask you to?
Yeah. You asked me to.
She didn't invite me to stay at hers, by the way.
I couldn't.
Just fully playing hard to get.
No, it wasn't
the whole
that.
time.
It was that I couldn't risk like having you stuck in my house if like we weren't getting along. Like, what if like we like kissed and we were like, no, I'm not feeling that. It was like, I don't want it to be awkward if this is not a thing. Also, like, I thought you were like mega rich anyways. It was like,
well, come to find out.
God damn it.
I really was a catfish, wasn't I? I was just like, to you, this was me. Hey girl, I'm really rich.
Yeah. We're getting ready in the room.
Yeah.
You have your hair curly for the first time.
Yeah.
So you can be like Rue. And
Yeah, I was trying to have it up.
That was the start of your curly hair.
Yeah, I didn't blow dry it out, and that's when I was like, hang on a minute, I think my hair is actually curly.
It instantly just went like into beautiful curls.
And then I was like, okay, time to do your makeup.
Yes.
And then I showed you all the glittery things I got.
Yeah.
And I basically glued
gold
leaf to her face.
It was like one of the most intimate moments we've had though. You do my makeup.
Yeah, we hadn't kissed yet.
We
and
were
I was
like, yeah, we were literally like this, and I was like,
and I was just like, wow, it looks so good.
Yeah, you were literally just like in my face like this, and we still didn't kiss.
No.
So then
I wasn't even thinking about kissing you. I was just like, I have to do it. I am an artist. So then we went to the party.
We went to the party.
We brought your sister and her girlfriend with us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I had so much fun lying to everyone.
Yeah, you like, we met on Tinder, and I just thought I'd fly over here for this Halloween party.
Yeah, so it was a really cool Halloween party. It was so decorated.
Yeah.
It was really fun. No one knew who we were because no one had seen Euphoria.
Yeah, we were like trendsetters.
I was like, are you f***ing kidding me?
But Orla came as a nun, and we were like, oh, you're like Kat.
That was great.
So it got to like midnight, and you were like, it's midnight, we must leave the ball.
Yes, or I was going to turn into a pumpkin.
You said, should we get out of here?
Did I?
Yeah, in a very smooth way.
That's really
and I was
smooth.
like, yes. We left. Yes?
You want to get out of here?
Stop it!
Are you blushing? Oh my god! You're actually blushing.
Yeah, I am.
So thank you so much to...
Eve and Adam.
No.
What?
Nope.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve what?
.com.
Yeah! She got it! Thank you so much to AdamandEve.com for sponsoring this
Video.
We've got a special offer for you guys on AdamandEve.com, which is where you can buy special things. What's another word for what you can buy at AdamandEve.com?
Goodies.
Goodies.
Tools.
Tools. Anyway, you know what AdamandEve.com is, don't you? Anyway, the special offer is 50% off one single
Item.
plus free shipping to
The US and Canada.
if you use coupon code
Stevie.
Wow!
It's almost like we've been together for a while, and I've heard you do
Oh
this so
my
many
goodness,
times.
I'm so proud of you. That was great. Wait, where were we? Yeah, then what happened?
So then we went back to your hotel, and we ordered food.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got these noodle dishes delivered.
Yeah.
We were just slurping noodles in my bed. And then I put on some chapstick and she was like, oh, that smells really good. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling this. This is so cringe. She was like, that smells really good. And I was like, yeah, it tastes good too. Do you want to taste it? And she was like, yeah. And then I kissed her.
And that was our first kiss.
That is so cringe.
And to this day, that chapstick you always keep some in a certain coat pocket.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll put it on and then I kiss her and then it takes like 10 seconds and she'll be like, wow!
Yeah, and it takes me right back.
Yeah. Should I get it so I can show them what it is? Can you guys see it? Can you see it? Anyway, it is Chapstick Total Hydration Vitamin Enriched Lip Oil Peach Tea Flavor.
It's nice. Anyway.
So then...
then the next day...
That was the first time we...
Stop it. We take our makeup off.
Yeah.
And
And she's a leopard.
The gold leaf or whatever she applied it with, I was obviously allergic to.
It was latex glue.
Literally like leopard print all over the sides.
It looked
of my
really
face.
cool, to be honest.
It didn't hurt. It just I was scared that I was gonna have leopard print skin forever because it was like looked like it was scarred. But it went away after like 2 days, didn't it?
But that's crazy. 2 days.
Yeah. We spent some more time together that trip.
Yeah, and then you were like, do you want to come to mine? So then I checked out of my hotel and then I stayed with you. What you doing?
Why? We never like said, so are we dating at any point?
Yeah. All of November and December, just every time we would talk, I'd like interrogate you. I'd be like, take this personality quiz.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Tell me about all your childhood trauma. I was trying to figure out if we were like life partner compatible.
Right. Because I was going to say, like, I feel like when we first met in 2018, you'd already realised that we were compatible.
No, I just told you that Cancer Capricorn should be together. That's not real.
Whatever. It was real to me. Let's fast forward to the next time we saw each other. So then we're in like a long distance
Yeah, so then I go back to LA.
Yeah, we're in a long distance relationship. You asked me to meet you halfway in New York in December. And I was like, God.
No, wait.
What?
We forgot.
What?
The next day after Halloween, you had to go to work and I sent you flowers.
Yes, you did. You sent flowers to my work. And the note, what did the note say? I hope this makes you blush. Something like that.
Cute.
Yeah. So we're in New York.
Yes.
We have a nice Airbnb together.
Yes, and it has a hot tub.
You take me to an event.
Yes. Influencer events, remember those?
An influencer event. We go to a Korean spa together.
Oh yeah!
We get a couple's body scrub.
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, hurt.
We got to see each other in a city that neither of us live in, so it felt like we were on vacation together.
Yes. And then the next time we see each other, I come to LA in January for my birthday. I stay at yours. Well, you've already moved out of your LA house at this point.
This is like such like a modern love story, isn't it? Like we're in like Los Angeles and New York and London. What the this is so wild. I can't believe this is our story.
You've moved out of your house at this point. You've had a garage sale. All your friends have helped you sell all of your things.
Garage sale.
You've given out free bottles of lube to all of your
yeah,
customers.
so I fully sold all of my shit. Anything that couldn't fit in 2 suitcases, I sold it all. I basically was like, I want to spend like half of my time in 2020 in London with Josie and then go and visit a bunch of different European countries that I'd never been to.
You basically wanted to be closer to me.
Yes. And I was gonna use London as like my home base, so I moved in with a friend Hazel into her guest room. So I landed January 27th and I got a text from my friend who was like, so there's this thing called coronavirus. You're probably fine, it's the early stages, but just wanted to let you know, they're saying it might be airborne, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, literally as soon as I landed at the end of January is when I found out about coronavirus.
That was terrifying.
Ugh, how long was it? Maybe like 5 weeks that I was in London before.
Like living the life.
I don't know about that.
I mean, actually, you were complaining constantly, but you still complain now every day.
Like, it's so cold here. How do tubes work? Why is there stairs everywhere?
I enjoyed having you there.
Oh yeah, it was fun because Josie would get off work and I would cook dinner. She would stay over and then commute an hour to work because where I was staying was so far away from.
I was so mad. Mad. We didn't live together, but like I was staying at yours and Hazel's like basically all the time.
Yeah.
We went like food shopping together and things like that for the first time, so it was quite cute.
Yeah.
February comes round and we're like, okay, it's Valentine's Day. Let's go to Blackpool so you can meet all my family.
And I was like, I love Blackpool. It's one of my favorite places in the UK. Let's go.
We exchanged Valentine's Day cards.
Yeah.
And you had written in it that you loved me. And that you said I love you for the first time.
Yeah.
And so then...
And then you started crying.
I started crying and I said I love you too.
On a train. And she told me that was the most embarrassing thing I could have done.
Honestly. And then we had a nice date for Valentine's Day in Blackpool.
Yeah.
The beach house.
Oh yeah, we went to this place on the beach and it said like live saxophone player. So we go and this guy... He looked maybe like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And like wearing the head to toe Ed Hardy. And there was like techno remixes of pop songs playing on the speakers. And he was playing saxophone over it.
You're like alongside it.
It was hilarious and wonderful.
It was brilliant, honestly.
I loved it. I was like, well, I want to propose to her, but we have to do it in Paris. Like that'll just like be the full circle of our story, right? Like I have to go to Paris because she told me no about going to Paris. I got rings and then went to book a flight to Paris and then COVID was really kicking off. It ended up being nice because I didn't know you that well yet, or I didn't understand Britishness or whatever yet. So I would have done some crazy shit that you would have hated. Like
a flash mob.
Yeah, like a flash mob, or like done it in front of like so many people or something.
Oh, yeah. I would literally be dying.
Yeah. So I'm glad that it happened how it did. So we were just talking in bed one night.
We were literally in bed.
Yeah, and I pulled out a ring and asked her to marry me.
And I rolled onto the floor.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was just excited.
Oh,
and
right. You
nervous.
did your whole thing where you hide your face.
Yeah.
So then to celebrate, we went to a hotel in East London that had like a spa in it or whatever. And that was the last time we went outside. Like March 10th, before the lockdowns happened. Well, at this point, from like when I landed, like my anxiety about it was like just ramping up. It just like started going up. I was like buying life straws. I was like doomsday prepping hardcore.
And then you were like, is there anything that you would like if we can't get our hands on anything for a while? And I was like, biscuits, please. So you bought a McVitie's multi-pack. And Hazel was like, that I approve of.
Oh my God. I was like, well, where can we go, Josie? Like, we need to go somewhere like in the middle of nowhere where we don't have to like breathe the air of other people. You were like, you can move in with my sister? Like a week before lockdown started. But then we got here.
We never
And
left.
then lockdown happened. We were bleaching our groceries like everybody else. And we're engaged and in lockdown and have no idea how we're gonna have a wedding.
Before we came to Blackpool, we were starting to like make our guest list and stuff.
Yeah.
In London.
That's cute.
Anyway, we should tell that another time, I think.
Yeah. So next time,
We'll tell you about our wedding / marriage /
oh, that is a wild
Everything.
story. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much to adamandeve.com for sponsoring this video. If you want to get a little something for you and your partner, go to adamandeve.com and use the coupon code Stevie for 50% off any one single item plus free shipping to the US and Canada. I love you guys so much, but I love my patrons even more.
Ooh.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
That's really rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to join my Patreon family, click the link in the description to join the Patreon family.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye!
Right, where were we? Because I actually don't know.
Oh my God, I just
We're
made
getting ready.
We're getting ready.
We're getting ready.
We're getting ready.
Very cool. Don't tickle me. You were about to tickle me.
That was said with...
You have to be...
Guys, when you get a massage here,
modest.
they make you wear underwear.
Obviously.
Who cares?